Wow. That is gross. Wonder what he would have done if I shoved. So it looks like he's not. I mean, at least that hand. It's not like he's three betting me light. Ugh, that hand was really painful. Don't like how I played that. I think I was just getting tired of getting four bet by that guy. And if you're tired of being four bet, the answer usually isn't to call either. I think I just said don't call four bets. So that was kind of gross. Wow, this is interesting. So this guy raised under the gun. I flat called, and now he's flat calling again. I've got jacks. I'm going to fold. This under the gun range is like super strong. Like there's no reason he would call with like ace king there. He would just shove. Oh wow, that's gross, but oh well. Maybe he was calling so he could fold if I shoved. I don't know. I hope he wasn't planning on calling my shove. But it's fine. I got out of a hand that I was behind. Yeah, I mean, the whole like ultimate poker thing, like really, I mean, if I'm going like unless like, it's cool if you live in Nevada, but I mean, if you don't live in Nevada, then what's like you're going to visit Nevada to probably go to casinos and stuff. You're not going to Nevada to sit in a hotel room and play, play online. So I don't know. Yay, I want a pot from that guy. Uh-oh, why'd that just pop up? Man, these are slow. Wow, I've been on this table for 15 hands and haven't played a single hand. Haven't really been getting a lot of cards. Actually, I kind of want to switch these two tables. Yeah. There. The two full stack tables are on top now, and then the two shallow tables are on the bottom. Get a little bit more organized. Oh wow, I didn't, whoops, that guy's really short. That was not a great open. Oh well, he folded. That's good. That was a really big pot that I lost. But, I mean, whatever. He ended up having ace-king, so he had a very good hand that he 4-bet with, and then he ended up, c-betting, hitting the flop. And then he, like, once he saw that I called, he checked. I mean, I probably could have taken that away from him, although, man, like, I have no idea. Realistically, I have no idea if I actually could have taken that away from him. It would have been a tough call for him to make. So Yeah, I just switched it. Wait, well, when I get like 30 or 40 people in there, I like to switch it over to Texas Holdem, even though like that's some random like Nintendo game or whatever. I think I don't know. There's always a chance that because more people do stream this. I mean, I do see it sometimes. Like I kind of look to see who else does this occasionally. So it'd be nice if it was like a little bit more of an established channel, but when I actually have a decent number of people, I always figure, I don't know, people scroll through all the different games, so somebody that might not be looking at Magic the Gathering may still find it somehow. But who knows? This guy's opening under the gun. What is this, a limp and then a raise? I mean, I could probably get paid pretty well if I hit a set here. I would have to imagine. Just fold here. Yeah, the next time I'm streaming, you may see me playing like Bovada or something. It's a lot like I don't know. I mean, it's a lot more fun playing against bad people. Obviously, I mean that's kind of a given. Wow, this guy doesn't seem very aggressive, but I mean min raises. It's hard to know if those are ever really that strong. Out of position. I'll call. That's a weird card. Because it's sort of good for my hand, but it's sort of bad. And then he makes like a small bet that makes it look like he wants to get all the money in, so I'll go ahead and just get stacked here. Oh, or he'll fold. So min raised, bet 1/4 pot as bluff. Should probably take a note on that. Quarter pot on turns your card to jam. So that tells us quite a bit. Yeah, it's kind of tough to take this guy off a hand. He's only got a pot size bet left on table 4. Tempting. I mean, oh, this is a guy that I've been pushing around quite a bit. No, he's somebody else. Yeah, he wasn't folding a jack. At least I don't think he was. He shouldn't be. This guy's got a very, very wide range here, I would think, so I'll probably bet twice here, actually. Oh, that's interesting. And, yeah, I can fold. If I had, like, a pocket pair, I might even call here, but, yeah, I'll just let that one go. Make sure I add chips on, since it does have automatic rebuys on Juicy Steaks, but they don't always work that well. Hey, dog, I thought I saw that you had a rope here that you could chew on instead of my shoes. Why don't you go find your little rope, your little dog rope. Go play with that. Oh wow, that's the first like premium hand I've gotten. It feels like in about an hour. And the tightest player in the entire player pool of 50 no limit opens up under the gun. So this is a good spot where I'm making a like less than optimal play because I have a read on the opponent. So normally I would obviously 3-bet this, but against this particular opponent, it makes more sense to just flat call because he's playing so tight that he's never going to make a mistake against me. Like there's no way he's ever going to get all in here with ace queen. You know, it's just not going to happen. And that's what some players, you know, will do if you're, you know, kind of playing optimally. So no real point in raising him because he's not going to make a mistake. I'm getting almost 5-1 on this call with second pair. Sure. And I'll fold there. This guy's taking his sweet time. Oh, we're three-handed here, huh? Interesting. He leads out. I'm just going to call down here. I don't really see a whole lot of value in, you know, certainly not in raising. And, yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and bet out. Raise here would seem like it's super sick, but it really wouldn't be. I would just fold. Like if he raised here, I would, you know, it's just a fold. So I'm not really worried about it. It's kind of strange that he calls. I really think I have to bet for value here. So could have like, I mean, he could just be calling light with queens or something. I really don't know. But it's definitely a value bet. No question about that. Queens, yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the stats are from left to right. You've got the 20. I'll look at my stats. So the 24 is voluntarily put money in pot. That just means that when you weren't in the blinds, you put money to the pot, whether it's a raise or a call or whatever, it doesn't matter. It just means that you put it in voluntarily or outside of being in the blinds. The 23 is the percentage of time that you raised when you had the opportunity. So, yeah. So let me find something. Like some players, they'll put a lot of money in the pot, but they don't raise a lot. Unfortunately, there aren't very many of them in my game right now. But like this guy right here, he's only got 20 hands. But see, he's playing like 20% of hands, but he's only raising like 11% of the time. So that's what those mean. AF is aggression factor, and that's the factor of times that you make an aggressive action versus a not aggressive action post flop. And then this 3B is the percentage of time you 3-bet, and a 3-bet is this, where somebody opens and then you raise. So the first bet's the blind, the second bet is his raise, and then yours is the third bet, which is the raise over the top of his raise. So that's what a 3-bet is. So those are my stats. Oh, and H is the number of hands, and this is the player's name. And then there's sometimes a little symbol here, like mine is the tornado, means I'm aggressive. Bam. Got the tornado. Pretty interesting that guy called down with a queen. So, yeah, he called down with queens in that pot on that king high flop. I should probably have taken a note about that. Or actually, bet, call, with queen. Darn, where to go? king XX. It was like king XXX, right? Like pretty much. I'll look up the board in a second. That's not very descriptive. Let me find the hand. 5-2 king jack 3. 5-2 king. Yeah, king 5-2 jack 3. That looks like the nuts to me. So does that. Bet called with queen under the gun versus my middle position flat pre on king 5-2 jack 3. Yeah, good descriptive note, very helpful. This looks like a fold. All right, so sorry. Made my note here on this guy, so I've got some information there, which is good. And looks like I've lost almost half the people that were watching my stream since switching from Magic to Texas Hold'em. So probably go ahead and change that back to Magic since that's pretty consistently where I get the most views, or the most viewers anyway. I dabble over there in the Texas Hold'em thing, and you know, it just never works how I want it to. Update that. I'll watch like 3 more ads in the process of updating this and then going back to view mode. I go to edit, I have to view an ad, then I change it, I have to view an ad, or I save it, I have to view an ad, and then I go back to viewing it and it's another ad. I mean, I don't have to watch the entire things because I'm like editing in the process, but it's kind of weird. What was that? That just fold around to me? Oh, 8-7, that's a raise. Man, seems like I'll get like just a long string of crappy hands that I can't play, and then all of a sudden I'll get a bunch of hands that are worth playing. But I'm just not getting any action. I mean, look at these. These tables are just very, very nitty. Very tight, not a lot of action. So, wow, that was a nice flop. Yeah, I mean, no point in not betting. A lot of people would like check there, but I mean, realistically, you're still going to get a bet out of a lot of hands, and it's not really. You want to start getting money into the pot when you flop a big hand like that. I mean, you can check back once; it probably doesn't make a huge difference. But I mean, there was a flush draw out there too. That, you know, there's worse queens that he can have, stuff like that. Hey. Don't start that crap. Don't start being all noisy. They're animals. Okay. This guy seems pretty tight. That's interesting. I'm gonna make kind of a smaller bet here, just because I don't have a lot of equity. It's not really a great spot. That's annoying. And here, I'll just go ahead and raise him. I've got a pair plus a flush draw, which is pretty strong. Go ahead and 3-bet my ace-9 suited. And now I've got 2 pair and a flush draw, so definitely betting. And 8-jack suited from middle position. That sounds like it could be an open, but bet there. This guy called my flop raise. I'd be surprised if he folded on the turn. It'd be kind of strange. Wow, this pot got huge. Oh, I hit top pair. That's interesting. I should probably bet, but I can bet pretty small here. Like, a lot of people might be flat calling with a hand like 10s here, so it's not a great spot. 10s are definitely in people's ranges, but there's also like some people would call here with like suited connectors that might have a 9. So, I mean, there's a flush draw. Like, there's not really anything else great. 10s is definitely, like 10s and jacks are definitely possible, but not terribly likely. I feel like I kind of have to bet again, and then maybe I can fold if raised, or maybe I can try to check this thing down. Let me check here, because this kind of allows me to check with some parts of my range that are going to call. Like, I should probably... Whoa, this guy's getting pretty aggressive for flat calling pre-flop. I'm trying to think of, like, a realistic hand that he has here, and I can't think of one. Like, I don't think there's any hands that I beat here. There might be some, like, complete bluffs, but... doesn't seem like that'd be a huge part of his range. I think, like, we're kind of looking at, like, sets of sevens and stuff like that here a lot. Sort of a gross spot, but... oh well. That's sort of the issue is I'm playing at a lot of tables that are just full of tight players. Like, here's a table, but it has, 16% of players. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's darn it. said it was taken, but. I'll leave this off to the side for a minute, see how it looks. This guy. Man, I'm gonna actually, this guy's pretty aggressive. I'm gonna kind of make a weird play here. I'm gonna call. Oh, well, that didn't work. I was gonna call, kind of hoping he might like make a squeeze here. That was probably a little optimistic, but that's all right. Wow, what a great flop for queens. All right, animals, keep it down. Call or raise? Let's go ahead and call here. Oh, wow, that's interesting. That is an interesting card. Well, now I can safely fold. I don't think he's going to bet out here without a diamond. I mean, if he has any other hand, I would imagine he's just... that's interesting. Don't like that. What is going on? I feel like I am... I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I just called there. I have no idea what this guy's doing. I'd imagine he's going to shove 100% of rivers here. Jesus. Ugh, this is gross. All right. Well, I can't tell if I'm running into some weird situations or just getting myself into weird situations and not playing well. Certainly feels like the latter of those two. What do you have, 2 pair? Yeah, he wasn't folding. Yeah, he had 2 pair. He wasn't going anywhere. I used to play a lot of sit and goes and MTTs. I used to pretty much be like 100% multi-table tournaments, but I've pretty much been exclusively cash games this year anyway. So this year I've only been playing cash games. That doesn't make any sense. How have I won $80 sitting at this table and I'm at $66? That does not compute. Maybe it's not updated from that last hand I just lost. That wasn't very big though. of course they don't auto reload you here sometimes. Like randomly they just won't auto reload. The software is just not particularly great. So, oh no. I think a 4-hour session might have been a little ambitious. But it's just, I mean, it's just really, really tough with these tables. I like the rake back. I like the bonuses that the site has, but it's a little ridiculous just to put all the winning players and have it so that they play against each other. It's not, this isn't. Something down there, this isn't like Call of Duty or something where it's about playing competitive games and all this. I mean, this is people play poker to try and make money, not to try and want to go on TV and prove that you can beat professional poker players. Like, that's cool if you want to do that, but I just want to make money and play against not as good players. I don't mind playing on a tough table from time to time, but it's not, it's kind of a weird thing. Wow, it's another huge 3-bet pot that I'm not going to win because I completely whiffed the flop, and there's a good chance somebody has an ace. So it's going to be really tough.
Are you on video?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Where?
This is Twitch TV.
Yeah, where are you being video?
Oh, no, the camera's not on. So the 5's here. That's nice. I'll go ahead and bet out. And I'm going to fold the queens. It's really, really bold for somebody to make a bet in a 3-bet pot with... What'd she have?
Ew. I was like 3 feet of string in her mouth.
Oh, what a gross little dog. What a gross little dog. Yeah, I'm just going to fold my queens here. Man, this last hour or so has been brutal. I definitely don't think I'm up on the session anymore. But I'll raise my ace-king here, and I'll probably stack off. That's a pretty good flop. I'll just bet half pot. Should work. Man, if he plays back, that's going to be kind of weird. Well, ace-9 and ace-jack are beating me now, but that's okay. That's I think ace-queen is a pretty big part of his range too, so I'll just keep betting and hope for the best. If I get raised, I might have to fold. There's no reason that somebody would bluff raise in this spot. Can you put that towel somewhere else?
Noodle, stop. Noodle. No.
Yeah, sorry, it's Holdem manager. Alright, so he folded there. Wonder what he had.
No.
And fold here. Alright, let me check to see how long the session has been going. It feels like about
4 hours.
Well, I don't know about that. Wow. Brutal. Yeah, my non-showdown winnings just got crushed. I had to fold a lot of hands. I'm still slightly up, but not much. It's been just really kind of gotten crushed lately. And yeah, both my showdown and non-showdown winnings have kind of gotten crushed. Just in like the last, 20 minutes or hour or so. So, brutal. So this guy's, I've got a table off screen. Yeah, sorry if I'm getting a little slow, a little boring or whatever. I raise, and then this guy's squeezing. I don't know anything about the guy, though, so I'm just... Oh, crap. There we go. All right, I'm just going to raise and get it in. If the guy's got aces or kings, he's got aces or kings, but... Wow, nice. That's absolutely the best result there. He folded. That's pretty nice. Okay, and this table looks like maybe it could potentially be better than at least one of these tables I've got up here. Particularly this top right table. This one is brutal. Actually, both the top tables are pretty brutal. So, I guess the right one's worse. So I'll sit out of that one and move this other one over. Oh, great. The dogs are locked in here. Perfect. Alright, well that's good. This guy's pretty aggressive, so I mean realistically I think it's wouldn't be prudent to fold this ace-jack here for any reason, I don't think. And I'll go ahead and just pull this one off. And yeah, I think this one's gonna end up being the better bet. I'm sorry, I wish there was some more action on these tables. It's just not a ton of action. Yeah, I can isolate here. Make a big raise with King 8 offsuit. Same thing here with Ace 10, and I'm not gonna bluff with almost no equity into two guys on table 4. I've got backdoor flush draw and I've got an overcard, so this is a reasonable spot to barrel. And it's pretty dry. I mean, it's a very dry board, so it's hard to have hit anyone that well. Would that guy have a 4? Yeah. And got shot in 2 overs. So that's pretty much the nuts in this spot. And top pair and queens. Wow, we just have all the good hands on all the tables. Why am I raising 4 big blinds? What? I don't get it. And this guy like min raises? Okay. I don't 3-bet much? Wait, why do I not 3-bet much? Ah, shit. What the hell just happened there? Damn it. I was reading the chat and I ended up folding. I don't think this guy's that strong. I'm gonna bet again. Although all his queens pretty much have 2 pair now, so it's kind of a weird spot. Alright, dog. Calm down. Wow, he snap called. Jack 9. Oh, that's neat. That's cool. Oh, there it is. Better 2 pair. Sorry, buddy. When did I raise 4 big blinds? What if I was under the gun? Then that's why I did it. But that should be the only time I'm raising 4 big blinds, is under the gun. So that was a sweet hand. I can't believe that guy turned the jack. That's brutal. Yeah, so that's a little bit low actually. The 6% in the bottom right. But that's, I mean, honestly, that's variance. Even over 300 hands, my overall three betting is up around like 10, 11% overall, and that's because it's probably higher right now, but that's just because when I was playing like 4 no limit, 10 no limit, stuff like that, I wasn't three betting that much. I was three betting like 8, 9% at those levels. But now that I'm, probably closer to 12, 13% overall. But this session's been tough because there have been a lot of other people three betting and raising. Like, if there's other aggressive players three betting and raising all the time, it's hard for, like, your stats are going to get kind of pushed down lower. This is Juicy Stakes. And got pretty good equity here. I mean, I think I'm pretty good betting. I don't think I'm folding here. I'm getting 2-1 with overcards, and I have no idea what kind of range he has. Oh, he's got the 6. So that's fine. I don't even think he was that far ahead. I'll go ahead and lead out here with my my open ender. Like, if we look at the actual math on that, he had. I guess he was pretty far ahead on the flop. I guess he was like 80% to win on the flop, but that's okay. I don't know that he's going to be that good all the time. And I'll bet 5 here so I can shove a bunch of rivers. That's not really one of the rivers that I necessarily want to shove. But I think I will. No. Man, I have to call if he shoves, though. I'll call if he shoves. Damn. Ace-6 suited. It's interesting. Man, I haven't 3-bet a single hand on this table. Oh god, I want to pick up some decent hands. Wow, I haven't really. This mic's pretty decent. It is raining outside. It's nice ambiance, nice inside day. Lounge around the house playing poker day. I don't think this is a great spot to c-bet into 2 players with 2 overcards, and it's pretty dry, but that's I think that connects a little too well with people's calling ranges. I don't know what this dog wants. Yep, I've got a link actually where you can sign up for Juicy Steaks. Get that to you right away. There you go. Just follow the steps on there and sign up. Yeah, I'll isolate this guy. He's limping 34%. Barrel a bunch of boards. A little bit of both. I mean, I take notes on the stuff I do see. I mean, I miss a lot of stuff because I'm on 4 tables, but honestly, if I was playing only like 1 or 2 tables, I would probably miss stuff because I was doing other things other than poker. It's a pretty dry board. I'll see bet it. Oh, wow, insta muck. And wow, this guy's just playing so many hands that King 7's kind of the nuts against him on table 3. And I'll fold Queen 7, fold there, fold there. Yeah, so that's an astute observation. I think that I said that in the title of my stream. I have a feeling that if you think really hard, you could probably figure out why I'm not playing $1,000 per table. Yeah, this is a US site, and yes, it is legal to stream. I don't know why. I don't think you're asking is it legal. I think you're asking is in no, not you. You're asking like is it within Twitch's rules? Then yes, they actually mention there's a link you can find somewhere that shows where somebody asks about like, hey, what about streaming online poker? Because they mentioned something about no gambling. What they mean is like gambling over video games. Like you're not allowed to gamble over video games, but they actually mentioned like, yeah, it's totally fine to. I think I emailed them one time and they sent me a link to a post where somebody had asked about it. That's what it was. And they said pretty much, yeah, it's cool. Go ahead. I'm not going to fold top pair here. There's draws. There's 2 different, there's flush and straight draws. And even if he has an ace, like I've got some outs. So he's got a gut shot and overs. So I'm in pretty good shape against that. Wow, did I somehow hold there? That's pretty, check. I probably should have barreled with these queens. I was distracted by that other hand. And here I'm just going to make a small raise because I've got what I imagine is the best hand most of the time, although I guess he could have 5s. Wow, this board is running out really nicely. I guess I'm just going to check and hope he checks back. If he bets, I'll probably go ahead and fold. King Jack is in his range, King Queen. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that could have called the flop. There's not a ton of stuff that he could have, like 9-10, I guess. Is the only, 9-10, some spades, some like under pairs, stuff like that. But I think most of it's checking back. I think he has a jack most of the time. 10-8. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. But like I said, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's going to bet most of his like weak made hands. That's an interesting flop. This is pretty pretty weak part of my range, but this board's really dry also, so raise there. C-bet here. 3-bet there. And that's an easy fold. Queen 8 from the cutoff seems a little light. Let that one go. Jack 8, same thing. I've got a gut shot, 2 over. It's kind of weird that I have a gut shot, 2 overcards, and I don't know anything about my opponent, so I'll go ahead and bet. He's gonna call with any of his pocket pairs here, so it's kind of weird. I almost want to shove over the top of this. That might seem a little crazy, but I mean, he flat called, so he's gonna call with any pair, though, is a problem. God darn it. I really wanted to shove there, but he's just gonna call me with like 8s. Oh, yeah, I started in about 2006 also. No, actually, I started in like 2003 because I graduated high school in 2004. So I started my like junior year of high school. So I guess it was back in like 2003. Definitely betting here. I don't think. I mean, there's tons of sets out there, but there's also a bunch of draws. And like I guess the 2 full stack guys I would have to fold against if they raised, but this guy I would call. I don't know why. Oop, shaking my King 8. Wow. Keep getting into a lot of gross spots today, and I don't like it. These guys are really aggressive down here. I'm going to fold the jacks. I'm just kind of giving myself a second to play these other hands. Whoa, that guy insta-mucked too. I wish that guy had called. I really would like to see what this guy had. So yeah, I wanted to call so I could go ahead and raise this. I mean, the only hand that has me beat is Queen 10, and there's a lot of other hands that'll stay in this. 7-7, that's 24, so that's plenty to get a shove on the river. It's like going to be a half pot bet on the river too. God, I remember Paradise Poker. Those were like the softest games in the world at that time. Like, oh man, there were so many sites, and some of them were just. It was funny how bad, like Doyle's Room. Anybody remember Doyle's Room? I had an account on Doyle's Room, Paradise Poker. I never had a party poker site somehow. There's fish on every site. I've dabbled in Omaha a few times, done a little bit of like studying and read a few books and stuff, but I haven't put in the kind of time and effort to Omaha that I have to Holdem. So I probably will switch over to Omaha, or at least try to get into it more at some point. I mean, I thought about getting into it like fully like 2 or 3 years ago, which probably would have been a pretty good idea, but oh well. I stream under Magic because they're really related. Like, a lot of Magic players play poker, and it's wait, was it Paradise or Pacific? I think I had both. I remember Pacific Poker too. I don't remember. I can't remember which I played on, but I may have had both. But yeah, Magic kind of just makes sense. They're both card games. They're both strategic card games. A lot of poker players play Magic, vice versa. I rarely get any complaints about it. And actually, when I do get complaints, actually the most people I've ever had on here was when someone came in here to complain a whole bunch about me being in the channel. I think I got up to like 70 or 80 viewers because I think he told a bunch of other people to like come in here and yell at me. So that was the most successful stream I've ever had. But I think I'm going to stream for 10-15 more minutes and then call it a day. I think I pretty much have lost everything I won. Back down to 0. I think if I had to guess, I would say I probably got kind of lazy mentally towards the end of the session. 4 hours session is way longer than I normally play, so wouldn't be surprising if that was the cause of it. Let's go, we want a little bit less than 6. What's 175 times 3? Yeah, something like that. Close enough. I'll just fold here. Yeah, Omaha. Yeah, Omaha is an expensive game. Very expensive to learn, especially. Okay, this guy's never 3-bet in 90 hands, and now he's cold 4-betting. If I had to guess, that is a big hand. Backdoor flush draw, overcards, backdoor straight draw. Seems like a good spot to bet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some like World Series guys that have won. Wow, this guy is got some serious post flop aggression. What's his? I wish I knew what his like 1-1 soft flaw or like went to showdown. Won at show. Whatever. I've got overcards. Whoops, accidentally raised a little more than I meant to. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Magic players that switched over to poker. Kind of makes sense. I mean, I started out playing Magic also. I don't play anymore, but yeah, I never was like on any like Pro Tour events or anything like that, but I'd go to like the pre-releases and I don't know, it's fun. Magic's a way more fun game. Like, if you could make the same kind of money playing Magic that you could at poker, I would definitely rather play Magic. It's a much more fun game. I'm going to jam on this guy. Whoops, 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 whoops. Holy crap. Let's just call. Didn't see this guy. That would be kind of tragic. Oh, now we have the gutter to go with our pair. That's nice. I wonder if he's going to check back his 36 cents. Come on, no queen. Damn it. Why do they always have it? They always have it. No straight. I'm getting crushed. Alright. Let me see how long this session's been going. Now I'm only up $17 on the session. That is brutal. And I'm running really good. Like, my equity is pretty brutal. Losing I'm losing my non-showdown pots, which I almost never do. I'm not being aggressive enough, I guess. I was doing all right, but I think it's tough. I really am not 100% confident that that I'm like capable of winning with being in this like highest pro, like this highest tier skill level group. I mean, that's really what's kind of brutal. So I mean, I could pretty much do like I could make an account on Juicy Stakes and play for 3 months until I get into the highest bracket, and then go to Lock Poker and do the same thing. You know, might be worth it to do that for like the first 6 months, just because when you start out, when you start out at one of these sites, you start in like the bad player skill bracket. I guess that's kind of like Magic, You start at 1500, and then you go up or down from there and end up playing against better people. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but it's just sort of not how people want to play Magic or poker. I mean, people play poker to win money, and to be like, oh yeah, you can play on our site, but we're gonna put you up against all like, similar type skilled players. It's not really. That's sort of against the natural way of poker. The whole idea, one of the things that's like kind of interesting about poker is that you don't have to, it's not like the golf, pro tour. Like, you don't have to qualify, you don't have to do anything. You have the money, you can sit at the table. Like, that's the deal. If you can buy into the 1,000 no limit cash game, you're welcome to play. So this is kind of okay. Well, I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying, Deadpool. The way that Juicy Stakes works is they break up the player pools by 3 different levels, and once you there's 3 tiers, 1, 2, and 3, and if you get to the point where you have won a fair amount of money, wow, that's kind of weird. Why is he doing that? I mean, I'm absolutely at the top of my range here. I think I'm beat, but I'm not folding the top of my range. And that's why. So the way it works is that if you pretty much do well and win money, which like my overall stats are very, very solid, then they move you up into like, the second bracket, and then if you do well, you go into like the top bracket, and they don't really tell you, but last week I pretty much noticed that all of a sudden I can't see most tables, and the tables are all playing very tight, and they're all full of regulars. So at 50 no limit, I don't know if they break it up by limits or not, but pretty much at 50 no limit, I'm in the top like bracket or whatever, which is not something I'm trying to brag about, because I really don't want to be there, and it kind of sucks. So that's sort of my point with the whole thing, is that you now that I'm into the top tier on Juicy Stakes, then there's not very profitable or worthwhile to play here, most likely. Why am I playing heads up? Close that out. Actually, that's a good spot to end on. So anyway, that's gonna do it for my my 4-hour live stream. I thought it went pretty well. Thanks everyone for stopping by. If you guys have any last minute questions, I'll answer them in the chat or whatnot. So let me know if you've got other questions and such, and I will I'll answer those. But yeah, thanks again. Make sure you guys go check out, if you're interested. Check out my my YouTube channel. Let me. Here, I'll link some stuff real quick. Well, it's in the... whatever. I'll link it anyway. It's my YouTube channel and my website. Boom. So check that stuff out if you are interested in learning, or if you want to sign up for a site. I've got a pretty cool offer where I'll do like an hour of free coaching or whatever you want to call it, kind of tutorial on how to get everything set up. Check that offer out right here. And that's pretty much just like a free hour of coaching or whatever. But yeah, I feel like I explained the top tier thing, but it's just pretty much if they try to somehow they have some sort of equation that breaks up the players by skill level. And so yes, I assume that you would start pretty much going down, and like you would go into a lower bracket if you kept losing, but that's, I mean, not really like, sure, you get into a lower bracket, but you know, whatever. My YouTube channel is a pretty good source of information. I have like a whole series of videos I do over on my YouTube channel. It's called the 101. It pretty much walks through how to play, and then setting up an account, goes over pretty much everything. So that's what I would recommend. Actually, I'll go ahead and link right to the playlist. This is I'm about to link it. You guys aren't going to see it for a little while, I guess. But I just linked my 101 series playlist, and that's a pretty good start, actually. Honestly, that gives you a pretty good idea. I've also got some articles on my website that I'm going to be posting. I already did one on hand combinations. I'm going to do one on counting outs and just odds, go over equity calculations, pot equity, fold equity, pretty much all the different stuff that you need to understand as like fundamental kind of poker ideas. And try to figure that all out. So I'll be putting those out over the next week or two. I'm trying to do like 3 articles a week and a couple videos a week on YouTube. But you know, I work full time, so you know, you make videos when you have time. So anyway, looks like blinds are coming around, almost going to be sitting out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and if you missed any of it, I'll be posting these on YouTube this week, so you can catch it over there. All right, until next time, this is the Unexceptional Rounder. You guys keep on grinding.